What's good, Hey everybody, I want to tell you about something that happened to me in Magic the Gathering Arena last week. I have never seen this combo in my deck take off so powerfully before, and I don't think I'm ever going to see it happen in my deck again because there are a lot of easy ways to counter what I did, but let me tell you about the strategy. I've been working on a Chocobo deck for the last few months, and I am not an expert deck builder by any means, but I have a few different options depending on which of my creatures get removed or which of my spells get countered, but this particular instance revolved around three main cards. First, the Traveling Chocobo, which allows landfall abilities to trigger an additional time, and it also does the same thing for effects caused by a bird entering the battlefield. Ride the Shoopoof, which allows you to put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature on landfall. And Bristly Bill, which does the same thing as Ride the Shoopoof with the additional ability to double the +1/+1 counters on all of your creatures, which is where this combo really took off. I should probably also give an honorable mention to Biosynthetic Burst, because without this card, the combo wouldn't have worked out. It lets you add a +1/+1 counter and give the creature indestructible and trample till the end of turn. So my opponent had a few Mossborn Hydras on the field, and I'm sure you're familiar with this card because they're all over standard right now, but on landfall, you double the amount of +1/+1 counters that they have, right? We were getting pretty late into the game, and things just kept getting bigger and bigger. I actually had forgotten that Bristly Bill allows you to double the +1/+1 counters on your creatures until they pulled out a Bristly Bill and did that very thing. And then I thought, oh yeah, Bristly Bill does that. I can do that for me as well. So anytime he would double the counters on his creatures, I would double mine. Mind you, I only had 3 or 4 creatures on the field at that point, and he was just racking up all these extra creatures, and I'm like, if something doesn't happen soon, I was actually waiting for Biosynthetic Burst to pull into my hand. I'm like, if I don't get that soon, this is over, because even though I had some really big, beefy creatures, they didn't have trample, and I couldn't get damage through, and if I attacked at all, that would leave me open for an attack from my opponent, right? I did have some board wipes in my hand. I think I had 2 Ultima cards in my hand, just in case it didn't work out, but I didn't want to use it because the +1/+1 counters on my creatures just got so ridiculously high. Are you ready for this? Man, look at all those +1/+1 counters. Isn't that crazy? Just kidding. It gets better. 2,965 on my highest, right? It's insane. I had multiple out. For most of the combo, it was just those